So in this video, we'll be talking about the NERFS to Bloodhound step and Rob and other updates that are pretty cool. There's a few changes in the game that I actually liked. Now we're going to be talking about the Bloodhound step pretty much first in this video, and last we'll be talking about the nerf that they made, if you can call it that, to Rob Rivers of Blood. Before we start, I'd like to ask you guys to subscribe to our channel. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Now, the first thing that they did change, which I like because the game was getting kind of dead, added a function to send summon signs to sign pools in multiple areas, including distant areas. Added ability to try to invade in wider range, including distant. In the NPC White Valley event, in addition to conventional intrusion multiplayer program method, a progress method by defeating new NPCs has been added. Now, this was translated from Japanese, so I don't even know what White Valley is. I think they're talking about Whiteface Barry. But if you kill him, they added a different way to complete his quest. So you're not stuck trying to do invasions, I guess. But I don't know. If you kill him, you can still progress his quest line. They added a new NPC. That's what I understood about that. Now, for the thing about invading in further regions, the reason why they're doing this is because the game is basically dead. There's no one to invade. Sometimes you send summon signs to help other people, and you just stay there waiting for a whole 30 minutes on PlayStation anyways. So that's probably why they made this change in the first place. Now let's talk about the first changes that they made. Shorten the time it takes to be able to roll after an attack for all attacks except jump attacks, dual-wield attacks, and riding. Increase the motion speed of heavy attacks and charged attacks except while riding. Increase motion speed of guard counter. Increase motion speed and shorten the time it takes to be able to roll after an attack for all attacks except jump attacks, dual-wield attacks, and riding. So this basically just says that your heavy attacks should be done faster. They take less time to crank, I imagine. I'm going to try it with this weapon right here, the Godskin Peeler. It does seem to be a little bit faster once it launches. Once the attack is being done, it does seem like it's a little bit faster. Now they're saying when you roll dodge when you attack, you can roll dodge faster after attacking. Let's try this out. I honestly don't see much of a difference. It must be a very small difference. You're supposed to be able to roll dodge faster after doing an attack. I don't really see any difference, to be honest, guys. Like this, I do seem to see like this is a little bit faster than it used to be for the counters. But for the rest, I don't really see any difference, to be honest. So like, I don't know, like the changes must be very, very short. The next thing they did should have been done a while ago. Like, it should have been done right off the bat when the game started. Increased the rolling movement distance when the equipment weight is light. Let's check this out. Let's do a few roll dodges while I'm in heavy armor, and then I'm going to take off my armor to be in light armor. If you can see much of a difference. Let's check this out. Yeah, I do see a difference. Like the roll dodges, well, usually they're already faster, but the distance has been increased. You land off that roll a little bit further away than you used to. It's pretty apparent. The next change, which personally I don't give a crap about, increase the attack range of the secret letter pata, the combat skill Unblockable Blade, extend the range of the magical part of the combat skills, Proximity Smash or Proximity Combat. That's probably Proximity Combat. And lower the power and ease the flinching. I don't know what they mean by that, but anyways, let's check the Cypher Pata, which is actually, in my opinion, not really a good weapon. Let's just try it out. Oh, they increase the range. Well, seriously, I can't even see the difference because I've never actually used it, but apparently they increase the range. So the major change they made for this patch is lower the distance and invincibility time of the martial art Bloodhound step. Added the following specifications. Performance degrades when used continuously. Movement distance increased when equipped with light armor. Let's check this out right away. let's try it in heavy armor, and you can see that when you use the Bloodhound step, it's pretty apparent in heavy armor. The Bloodhound step does not take you as further away as it used to, and when you spam it, you can see that you don't stay invisible as much. It's super apparent, like the distance of the Bloodhound step on heavy armor is not going to be as good as it used to be, that's for sure. I think they reduced it by at least 30%, maybe even 40, just throwing numbers out there. But you can see that even in light armor, the Bloodhound step, there's not much of a difference, you know, like at first, but when you spam it, there is a difference. So the Bloodhound step basically is really good on light armor now, and if you don't spam it. Now let's talk about the nerf that they made to the Blade of Blood, to Rivers of Blood, Rob. Now, the nerf they made reduced the power and accumulated amount of bleeding of the battle art Rivers of Blood. So, seriously, man, when I look at what they did and I try it, that nerf must be extremely little because I can't even see any difference. Like, for real, man, like, there's no difference at all. None whatsoever. Like, I still proc the bleed in 2 hits. Like, I still proc my medallions in 2 hits. Like, there's nothing. I don't know what the nerf was, like how much they reduced the bleed from, you know, the skill of this weapon, but I have not seen much of a difference. Like, if you reduce the amount of bleed that it does, but still procs my medallion, I'm fine with it, you know? I really don't understand why people were celebrating about Rob being nerfed when it's basically been nerfed by what? Like, I'm just gonna throw a number out there, like 2%. I don't know, like, I don't see any difference in it, like, for real. I don't know why people are celebrating about this. Like, if you don't know how to counter in this game, like, you'll think Rob is OP, but when you actually know how to play the game and get good at it, well, you have a sorting board in your bag bar, you got a shield in your bag bar, you take this out, you just parry, and you kill the person. It's that easy. It's that easy to parry. Like, you just backstep, you avoid that shit. When someone invades you, you can't hit him for like 5 or 10 seconds. I think it's 5 seconds. If someone's using that after invading you and you're stuck in the door, you might get killed because you can't hit the guy. But other than that, it's not that hard to avoid. So to conclude the video, they basically reduce the amount of bleeding that the weapon art does, the skill of the weapon does, but I don't see that much of a difference. It still procs both the mask and the medallion. So anyways, what I mean by it still procs the medallion and the mask, it procs them in the same amount of time, like in 2 hits. So I don't understand, you know, maybe they reduce the amount of blood it does, but not enough. It doesn't change anything at all. I don't see any changes. So this is it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel, and thanks for watching.